Hey guys, what's up? Welcome. Happy Sunday. I hope you guys are having an amazing day. I personally actually am not feeling the bestest. A little bit nauseous, I have to tell you, since last night. I'm not really sure why. I think it's because I ate this nasty granola with like milk, and it was just gross. I don't know. Never eating that again. Anyways, I hope you guys are having a fabulous day, better than mine. For today's video, I wanted to share with you guys something new that I'm going to be introducing to my channel. As you guys probably already know, I unbox Boxycharm boxes, Ipsy boxes, all of that on my channel. And of course, in all those boxes, we do receive a decent amount, or a lot, I should say, of makeup and skincare and all of that. I've been getting Ipsy for a few years now and Boxycharm as well. I felt like it would be really fun to share with you guys the best and worst products that I received in my boxes. So for today's video, we're going to focus just on Boxycharm. I'm going to share with you guys 5 products that I absolutely love that I use consistently, and then I'm going to share with you guys 5 products that I just did not like that was included like in the Boxycharm boxes throughout time. I've been getting Boxycharm since 2016. I do pay for my own Boxycharm boxes. They do not send me any. They don't even know who I am. So yeah, so there's that. I think that for later on this week or maybe next week, I'll do Ipsy. If there's any other 5 best and 5 worst that you guys would like me to do, then definitely let me know. But I might turn this into a series because, like I said, we get so much, and it's a good way to see like, hey, like what worked out for you, what didn't, and is this even a subscription box that's worth it? I would say, honestly, okay, before we get started, Boxycharm generally is pretty good. I will say sometimes they have their flops, but more times than less, they do have amazing items in their boxes, and I'm really happy to get the boxes every single month. You guys know this. So I'm going to share with you guys my 5 best products first, and then I'm going to share with you guys my 5 worst products. Most of the worst products are products that I decluttered, so I'll have to just throw up a pic because they were that bad that I just was like, I don't need you in my life, honestly. So yeah, okay, let's go ahead and get started. The first thing that I want to share with you guys is the Glow Recipe Watermelon Glow Ultra Fine Mist. So this is actually one that I purchased myself, but we did receive one in Boxycharm. It's in my backup skincare drawer, but yeah, it's basically this product. I love this mist. I've spoken about it quite a few times. It's beautiful to use if you want a little bit of a pick-me-up throughout the day, but it's also really nice to use if you want a little bit of a glow to your face after you applied your makeup. I don't think it necessarily prolongs the wear of your makeup like I mentioned in my last video. But I feel like I'm repeating myself. But it just gives you that really nice dewy glow to the skin. If you have oily skin, try it, see how you like it, maybe you'll fall in love. But yeah, this mist is super fine, smells amazing, and just looks stunning on the skin with or without makeup. The next thing that I wanted to speak to you guys about is the Cosmetics Superhero Mascara. This is one of the best high-end mascaras. It's probably one of my top 5 favorite mascaras ever. So it has a natural bristled wand. You guys know that's my preferred wand. It coats your lashes beautifully, gives you that like false lash effect. It's really black, does not flake, very comfortable on the lashes. I would say my top 5 are probably this Monster Big Mascara by Lancome. What else? YSL, the Shock Mascara is also a really good one. And I have to look at my drawer to see which other ones. I have a lot of drugstore mascaras that I love as well, but this is definitely one of the higher end mascaras, and I'm like, yes, this is amazing. And to get it in a Boxycharm, I want to say like 2 years ago, was like a blessing. I think that's already like a repurchase, so it didn't have for 2 years, don't worry. The next thing that I wanted to speak to you guys about is the Liora Cosmetics, how do you say it? Liora Cosmetics blush palette. So this is also one that we received, I want to say about 2-ish years ago. I think it was when my boyfriend and I broke up, so it definitely does not give me the best memories, okay? It just reminds me of that time. But anyways, I really still love this blush palette. You guys know I love blush in general. I just think it looks so good on the skin. It just wakes up your face, you know, and then these tones are my jam. So we get like a raspberry shade, a coral shade, and then a light peachy shade. I like to use these like mix and match. I like to use these on their own. They're pretty light in tone, so great if you want to build up your blush. Here you guys can see what they look like. I am obsessed, and they're so like smooth and pretty creamy, I should say. No kick up, no fallout. Just a stunning trio that I feel like any soul would enjoy. And this isn't the one that I typically use like in the colder months. I usually pull it out like in the spring and summer months. It just screams spring and summer. I need to make new memories with that. I do have new memories with them. Not with my old women. Okay, the next thing that I wanted to speak to you guys about is this. This is a winner in my book. So I've spoken about this briefly in a different video, but I had to go more in depth here. This is the Glassy Touch and Soul Skin Balm. I love it. perfect. Okay, so here you guys can see what the product looks like. It looks like a typical moisturizer or something, right? But it has more of like a silky, wettish, moisturizing feel. You know what I mean? It's, I don't know, it feels so cool, maybe a little bit oily too. It's a texture that I've never ever felt, even in a moisturizer, honestly. The way this sits on the skin is stunning. What's cool about this too is that it blurs out your pores, fine lines, all of that. It makes your skin look like very glassy. Yeah, like glass skin. And any foundation that you put on top of it just sits so beautifully and you look so refreshed and so dewy. You know what I mean? Without being too much. It's funny because when I received this, I'm like, okay, cool, nice texture, I'll use it. You know, I think I used it once, forgot about it. And then for the past month, I've been obsessed and addicted. I'm like, look how you pull this out. You know, like it was in my drawers. I'm like, what are you about, really? I used it and I'm telling you, I did not look back. Next, I wanted to speak to you guys about these brushes. These are actually brushes we just received in the Boxycharm like this past month for April. I'm usually not a big fan of like the brushes that are included in the Boxycharm. I feel like a lot of times they could be very cheaply made. They don't really like apply product well, and it just, I don't know. I'm really tried and true to my Jaclyn and Morphe brushes. Like that's one set that I constantly use. You guys know this. Morphe doesn't know me. They didn't send me the brushes. I purchased them myself. But yeah, I just love those brushes. It has everything I need. So for me to really use something and enjoy it, it needs to be like comparable to those brushes or better. And I have to say I'm in love with these. They're 5 tiny brushes that you can really use for detailed work. And the Jaclyn Hill brush kit does have small brushes, but this I think has a few extra ones that one like doesn't really have, and they are smaller. You know, like this is a crease brush, but it's a smaller crease brush than what I have in that little kit. So it's just an addition to what I already have, and it's perfect basically. So here you guys can see we get like a crease brush, we get a smaller domed brush, an angled brush, a shader brush, and then the yellow brush is more like a brush that I'll use for like faux freckles, or yeah, pretty much just for that, or sometimes with liner, but you guys know I suck with liner, so I really won't use it for that. But yeah, I really enjoy these. Great quality. They wash super easily as well, and they're made really nicely too. Okay, so those are the 5 items that I absolutely love, that I enjoy, that I'm just so happy to have in my life. Now, let's move on to the 5 worst products that I received in the Boxycharm boxes. Products that I just honestly think sucked, just didn't work out for me. If you guys like these products, please don't be upset at me. I don't know, I guess it's just personal preference, but yeah, I just feel like the quality wasn't there with most of the items. Firstly, I have these Battington lashes right over here. So this actually just came in the Boxycharm box also for this past month. And no offense to these, but they suck. And I think that their retail value was like 30. I'm sorry, but no. I'm not gonna say I'm a professional pro with lashes, but I think I'm at a point where I know when lashes are gonna be good or not. These looked good, but they do not stick. And my Kiss Strip Lash Adhesive has been tried and true to me. So to have that, so for me to use that and this together and to have this not stick, and not only that, it just there's no like mush to it, like no give to it, and it just doesn't, it's like, it's floppy on the eyes. It's not something easy to work with, and I don't know if you guys are having a hard time with this too, it's not you. It's the lashes. So here you guys can see what the lashes look like. Yeah, just honestly not for me. Not good quality at all, and I'm honestly super disappointed with this. Considering the fact that you can get good lashes for $3, the retail value of this is 30, and it does not work for nothing, then it just, for me, doesn't make any sense. Okay, so this right here is from Naked Cosmetics. This is an item that I actually decluttered maybe like last year or something, or the year before that, I'm not sure. We got this in the Boxycharm, I want to say maybe in 2019. But this is basically a holographic palette that pretty much, I want to say, almost mimics the ABH holographic highlighter palette. I forgot what the exact name is. But it says here the original value is $39.99, but it happens to be on sale for $19.99. I think that this palette like swatched nicely and it looked like wow, and I remember when I got it I was like, wow, this looks cool, but on the skin it just looked very like piecey and very like chalky like, and it just didn't look good on the skin. It didn't look seamless and smooth. And I mean, I compared it to the ABH palette. The ABH one was definitely better than this one, so I really honestly was not feeling it, even though the reviews are pretty good on this product, like on their site. I'm pretty sure there are people who are enjoying it, but I kind of feel like for myself, it just had this like thickness to it that didn't allow it to kind of glide onto the face for it to look smooth, you know? Well, let me know what you guys think about this. If you do have this, if you do like it, if you use it, or if you don't use it. Next, I wanted to speak to you guys about this palette right here. This is from Pur Cosmetics, and this is the Festival Pressed Pigment palette. It has amazing reviews on Pur's website. and people are loving it. You know, this palette includes 12 different eyeshadows. You received this, I want to say, a year and a half ago. It includes a decent amount of like warmer tone shades, pops of pinks and purples, and then 2 loose glittery shades. So firstly, those loose glittery shades, I just felt like they were for sure a no. I know a lot of brands do that. I feel like if you're gonna do it, it needs to be done right. Otherwise, it just loses the touch of like those shadows, and then you kind of don't even have those shadows to play around with because they're very, very hard to work with. With the other shadows, I felt like they were nice, they were okay. Just honestly not my favorite, not my favorite formula to work with. I'm not gonna lie, I feel like with Pur, their palettes don't necessarily like really speak to me. I like a few other products from their line, but their palettes, most of them that I've used, I just really wasn't about and I wasn't vibing with. So this fell under that category of, yeah, I'm not really vibing with this one. I did like the colors though, so it was pretty disappointing when I didn't like how it applied on the eyes. That is one that I ended up decluttering because I just found that I really wasn't using it a lot. I swatched it, I was ready for this life to begin. But then when I saw it wasn't applying nicely, I was like, I'm not doing this. I actually think that I have 2 other palettes in my drawers. I don't think I decluttered these yet. One second. Next, I have this palette here from Spute. This is the Scarlet Dusk palette. This was such a huge disappointment. I was so surprised to see that this was included in Boxycharm because I did not expect something like this to be in there. I mean, I'm all about giving love to, what's it called? Indie brands, right? I mean, everyone wants to make that buck. Everyone wants to be part of it. I get it, but I just kind of feel like the quality of this was so not there, and especially with this color story, it's not such a unique color story where I'm like, wow, let me just try to make this work. There are a lot of other brands who do make palettes that have somewhat of the same color story, so for me, I'm kind of like, I'm not gonna like force myself to use this and make it work if there are so many other palettes that I have that have similar color stories that work just fine, you know? So the metallics in here are so thick, probably the thickest I've ever felt, so like scratchy, and just not smooth at all. You really have to like swipe it on the eye over and over and over again. And I mean, they swatch okayly, I'm not gonna lie, but if you ever felt the texture of these metallics, the mattes are a little bit better, but on the eyes, they almost blend out into nothing, and they have a very thin, chalky feel too. So here you guys can see, and then this shade right here is very pigmented and nice, right? But when you apply it on the eye, it kind of just sticks into one area in a way, and it just doesn't really like blend, kind of like the subculture vibe, do you know what I mean? So this is a huge disappointment. I don't know, I really wasn't feeling it. I think I've tried one other thing from Spute that I think I really enjoyed, but this palette right here, I was just kind of like, I don't understand. No. Next, I wanted to speak to you guys about a bronzer. This is an item that I've decluttered already, but this is from Pretty Vulgar. This is one of their just bronzers. I honestly don't even remember which shade I received. We do see a lot of Pretty Vulgar at TJ Maxx. I feel like a lot of their items are pretty good, and then a few of their other items, I'm like, okay, I can kind of see why this might be at TJ Maxx. I want to say about a year and a half ago, we received a Pretty Vulgar bronzer, and I was just so beyond excited about that. At that point, we didn't see Pretty Vulgar at TJ Maxx. So I remember when I used it the first time, I was like, whoa, this is very pigmented, and a little bit went a very, very long way. But I also kind of felt like with the bronzers, even if you use a little bit, it was still a lot in a way, and it just didn't really blend out so easily. So I mean, the packaging is so gorgeous and you want to make it work. It swatches so nicely, and I mean, I'm kind of saying like it's too pigmented. Like, what are you saying, really? I mean, isn't that a good thing, kind of? But yeah, it was just really, really hard to work with. I know at TJ Maxx, when we do find them now, these days they're like $5.99, $6.99. There are various different shades to choose from. And even when I'm at TJ, or when I used to be there before this whole thing, like I kept seeing those bronzers and I'm like, should I get it? Should I not? Should I give it another chance? I'm not sure. But then I just remember that it really wasn't a breeze to work with, and it was just one that I really wasn't about. So that was a no. Okay, then the final thing that I wanted to speak to you guys about is this floral mascara. I think it's from the Petite and Pretty brand. This is one that I actually decluttered this week. This was a mascara that I just really, really didn't enjoy. It had a hourglass shape to it. It had a natural bristled wand to it as well, which, you know, I like those. But I just kind of felt like it really wasn't coating the lashes well. It kept flaking, and it was not like comfortable on the eyes. Like, I just felt like I kept touching my eyes, and I was like, okay, what do I even have on? Then I remembered it was that, so I'm like, okay, you have got to go. All right, I think that's pretty much it. Those were my 5 least favorite items that I received in my Boxycharm boxes throughout the years. Definitely let me know if you guys want me to make make this into a series on my channel. I think it'll also be a great way for me to really use and see like what the products are about, because I do use a lot of the items that are included in Boxycharm and in Ipsy, but sometimes I'll forget about something or I won't really use it to its tea, you know. So let me know. I think it would be a lot of fun. Stay tuned for my Ipsy 5 best and 5 worst video. I'm looking forward to your comments down below. Let me know what's up. Let me know what products work out for you. Let me know what products did not work out for you. I need to know this information. And yes, I will speak to you guys in my next video. I need water now. All right, I'll see you guys later. Bye.